What's up, everybody? Yokoso. This is Les Jump from Teslaloha. Yokoso, welcome. And today we are going to compare the 15.4-inch front screen that most of you have in your Model 3 and Model Ys to this new 16-inch screen that comes in the new 2026 Juniper Model Y models. We're going to try and install it too. Let's see if it's plug and play. Let's go for a ride. So first, let's talk about this 15.4-inch screen. The resolution on this is 1920 by 1200, so it's roughly full HD. The pixel density is 150 ppi, and the brightness is been measured about 800 to 1000 nits. And so why you'd want to upgrade to the 16-inch screen is, let's talk about the 16-inch screen now. The resolution is 2560 by 1440. So that's QHD, that's 2K quality. And the pixel density is 183 ppi. So it's a noticeable upgrade from the 15.4-inch screen. And the brightness on the 16 inch is 1002, about 1200 nits. So it's even brighter than the 15.4-inch screen. And also on the 16-inch screen, the bezels are thinner. So when we install it, let's check that out too, right? So the difference is of course sharpness, which is about 80% more pixels than this older screen. Uh, let's see, the pixel, we're talking about maybe 2.3, a little over 2 million compared to 3.7 million pixels, right? So, that's we'll see what it looks like when we install it, but that's the biggest difference. It's not a huge difference, but for all of you that has to have the newest and best, this is a worthy upgrade for you. Anyway, let's compare the size. Okay, so first we got to take this out of the package. So all of you, this is not an unboxing video, but for all of you that like to see gadgets taken out of their original packaging, well, here we go. Okay, here we go. The new 16-inch screen. So it's kind of hard to compare them with a 15.4-inch screen installed. So let's compare them further when I take this guy off. But you can see here kind of the width, not much of a difference. Well, what do you expect from 15.4 inch to 16? But this is like the width. Let's check out the height here, if you can kind of see. So the height. So mainly what you're looking at is not so much the size of the screen, but it's the resolution of the screen. But anyway, let's install this bugger. Oh, I forgot to mention, we're going to be installing the screen with the screen rotating bracket, where it's a swivel screen bracket. This one is from Handshow, but this is not a sponsored video, so I'm not going to get deep into the installation of this guy. But since we're going to take this off and put the new screen on, might as well put in the rotating bracket also. Okay, first what you're going to want to do is to turn off the car. So guys, this is the right hand version because of course I'm in Japan, so all you westerners out there, everything will be kind of flipped, but you know what to do. Anyway, we'll go here, go into safety, and power off. First thing we have to do to get the screen off is to open this cover here. This cover actually houses the temperature sensor here and also gives access to the two bolts that holds the screen in place. Anyway, let's get this thing off. Okay, we gotta unhook the temperature sensor. So just to explain what I did, how to get the temperature sensor plug off, you see this? This locks onto the temperature sensor here. So I inserted the tool on top. You see it moving? Yeah, so you just gotta push it so that it goes in like this. So it unlocks this portion here and you can just pull it right out. Now that we got that out of the way, we gotta get these bolts off. So these are 10 millimeter bolts, so you just gotta get a 10 millimeter bit and unscrew these buggers. Now we have to pull the front screen off, but one thing to remember is to be careful. Don't just yank it out because there's two plugs plugged into this thing. So we just gotta remember to be mindful of that. Anyway, let's go. Okay, that was simple. And you see these two plugs here? Okay, and now we have to take this bracket thing off before we can take the plugs. We can get access to the plugs here. So let's take this off. Okay, to get it off, let's use the 30. All right, you see the two plugs here? Let's get them off. There you go. And now a direct comparison with the two screens. Of course, the 15.4-inch screen on the left and the 16-inch on the right. Here I have the 16-inch monitor on the bottom and the 15.4 on the top. Now, if you look at it like this, if you look around the borders, yeah, there's a slight. It's a little less dramatic if you look at it like this. It's a slight size difference. Now, guys, this is a very unscientific view on the size difference, but you know, look around the borders a little closer. Okay, here it is. The 16-inch screen installed in my 2025 Model Y Juniper. Can you guys tell the difference? No? 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 All right. Let's turn this baby on and see if we can see a difference there. Oops. All right. Wait a minute. Okay, let's try and do a full reboot. All right, and boom. Okay, it was kind of nerve-wracking there, but you can see everything kind of rebooted and recalibrated, and wow, okay. First impressions. Well, let's kind of zoom in. Okay, first impressions. First things first, we got to take this plastic. Is there a tab? Yep. Take this damn plastic off. All right, boom. Okay, first impressions. Yeah, everything seems, yeah, higher resolution. Okay. Yeah, I can really tell the difference here. It's pretty cool. Everything looks just sharper. The text kind of shows up a little smaller than the 15.4. But yeah, look at that. Everything works. You can go in here. Yep, everything. Yep, everything here. Everything here works. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Yeah. Let's try a little YouTube. I don't know, everything looks kind of cool. What's up, everybody? So, and today we're here at the 2026 New Year's EV meet. Nice. This is the first big EV meetup of the year here in we're in the Ariake area. K-car. Nice. Cheaper than a. Nice, nice, nice. And the swivel. Yeah. A Nissan Sakura. And here we have a few Nissan Leafs. So Nissan Leafs, everybody in the United States are familiar with it. Okay, well, looking at this, I mean, can you tell if the bezel has gotten thinner? It sure looks like it. Well, you can't tell down here, but around here. So with the actual physical size of the monitor and the thinner bezel, it really makes the display seem a lot bigger than it was before. Okay, so final thoughts. Me likey. Yeah, it makes, I don't know, it could just be just my eyes fooling me. Just because I paid $1,300 for it, it makes it seem bigger. That I'd like to think it's bigger, but I don't know. I feel like I can definitely see a size difference. You know, even though, like I said, physically, the actual monitor is just slightly bigger, 15.4 inches versus 16. but the display, the actual display with the thinner bezels around, the thinner borders, it actually does. You know, I should have done, I can still do it. Maybe I'll do it later. You know, I can physically measure, or you can look it up online to see how much thinner the bezel is, right? Well, maybe I'll do it. I'll put it up right now. Okay, so it does look bigger. The display does look bigger, and I feel like you can see the resolution difference. The, you know, between the pixel density. Well, if this upgrade, if you think this upgrade is for you, keep in mind that it does cost $1,300 to just order this monitor from Tesla. So, you know, this is up to you, my Padawans, that if you feel that this is a good upgrade or this is like really just a really nonsense upgrade. For me, I like it. So I'm kind of glad that I paid $1,300 for it. Well, yeah, you know, $1,300. Okay. Let's talk about $1,300. Let's talk about the cost of upgrading, right? Do I feel that it was worth it? Okay, if I wasn't a YouTuber, and you know, to use it for this video, okay, let me think. I think I would still do it. Seeing what I seen, you know, here after installation, just because I'm one of those, you know, early adopters, need to get the newest and biggest and best and whatever, you know, thing, the new hotness, right? And after buying, you know, I got my Juniper in mid-December, and then, you know, just a month later, right, the new updated Juniper with the 16-inch and the black cockpit, right, came out. It's kind of like, oh, you know, if I just waited just a month, you know. So, do I feel that it was worth $1,300? Yes, I do. Now, would you feel that it's worth it? I don't know. It's that slight of a difference. So, okay, you got to make up your own mind. But anyway, it was a plug and play. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so what was I talking about now? Okay, was it worth it? Yes. Would it be worth it for you? I don't know. But if this video was helpful in making your own decision, yeah, please hit the like, please subscribe. Gonna have more, you know, interesting installations and interesting videos and all this kind of stuff, what's happening in Japan. If you like Japan, stay tuned. I have some other fun things cooked up in the kitchen. Anyway, like I said, I want to repeat myself, you know, hit like, subscribe, and do all that jazz. And thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you at the next stop. I'm back. Ah, ah, okay, I'm back. Okay, so what was I talking about now?